Welcome back. Our top stories this hour. OPEC ministers are talking about putting the squeeze on oil production. Welcome back. Let's find out what's happening in the world of sports. Patrick Reynolds joins us now with the highlights.
Welcome back. We're recapping the day's top stories for you now on CP24. And earlier today, Premier Mike Harris reiterated his promise to cut personal income and property taxes.
The city is our newsroom. Cable Pulse 24.
Let's go. Okay, here's a nice. Oh boy, you like Swiss?
Love Swiss.
Love Swiss. There you go. Have a taste.
Thank you.
It's Friday. You're watching Cable Pulse 24. I'm Ann Romer. Wall Street futures point to a mixed start with new pressures on the tech sector. Nortel posts a big quarterly loss and cuts another 3,000 jobs.
The news continues here on CP24. I'm Jan Lay. Here's what's making news right now.
The city is our newsroom. CP24.
Good morning. This is CP24. Our continuing coverage of the situation down around the CN Tower continues this morning. A sheet of ice about the size of a kitchen table has blown off the CN Tower, forcing police to close down part of the Gardiner Expressway.
My brother, my best friend, and the most important person in my life.
Tears for the fallen. A strong Toronto contingent joins a huge turnout of mourners at a national memorial for the 4 slain Mounties. I'm live tonight in Edmonton.
Good evening. A nation united in grief.
Toronto's breaking news.
It is 7 o'clock, 22 degrees from 299 Queen Street West. This is Toronto's breaking news. CP24 continuing live special coverage of the G20 protest that took over the streets of Toronto this afternoon. It began in a peaceful manner. It ended in violence. It is still going on. We're going to give you more details in just a moment.
Good morning. It is Wednesday, February the 2nd. We are sitting at -10 right now. Here is a live look at one of our breaking news vehicles in downtown Toronto. So this is what it looks like.
CP24. Toronto's breaking news.
Well, good morning. It is Wednesday, the very first day of September of 2010. It is 23 degrees to start this morning, heading up to a very hot daytime high of 32 degrees. It's going to be another scorcher today. Good morning and welcome to CP24 Breakfast.
It's 10 o'clock and still 12 degrees on your Saturday night. Nuit Blanche night, by the way. It is just beginning going on.
We've got breaking news now live to Stephanie Smythe at the breaking news desk with the latest.
An emotional memorial for George Floyd this afternoon in Minnesota. Words from his grieving family coming up. Nina Latifat is on that story for us. And a new federal model suggests that COVID-19 cases have slowed across all groups in Canada, but strong public health measures must continue. We'll have the latest facts and figures just ahead. And the city releases a new program allowing bars and restaurants to expand their patios onto sidewalks and public spaces. More on Cafe TO coming up. It's 4:30 and 29 degrees from 299 Queen Street West. This is Toronto's breaking news. CP24. I'm Kelly Linehan. A memorial service for George Floyd is underway today in Minneapolis. We're going to go now live to Lena Latafat for more on the service.
And breaking news.
5 o'clock, 4 degrees on this Friday, April 3rd. We made it to another Friday. It is Friday, April the 3rd. Here's what we've got for you. Peel Public Health apologizing after it sent out the wrong test results to 16 residents, if you can believe it. Cam Woolley has the details on that story. Premier Doug Ford says he wants everyone to know what the government knows. Some COVID-19 predictions and projections are quite dire. We will learn what those are this afternoon. The union representing TTC bus drivers is recommending their members limit the number of people allowed on board. We've got the transit agency's response coming up. Try and work from home. I think we could all use that. Okay, 6:01, 3 degrees. Good morning, Toronto. Happy Friday. This is CP24 Breakfast. Thank you for making us a part of your morning. My name's Gurdeep. Bill is outside with your weather forecast. More vitamin D today, Bill?
A warning from Premier Doug Ford about COVID-19 data being released tomorrow. Mayor Tory signs a new bylaw requiring a 2-meter distance now between people in public parks, while concrete pylons go up in high-profile spaces. There are new calls to restrict the number of passengers on TTC buses. And more than 400 new cases of coronavirus in Ontario today, and more than 1 million global cases. This according to Johns Hopkins University. We'll have the latest and figures just ahead. Hello, I'm Stephanie Smythe, and welcome to Live at 5. Mayor John Tory has just signed a new bylaw forcing 2-meter social distancing between people in public parks.
Hello, I'm Nick Dixon.
And I'm Stephanie Smythe. Welcome to Live at 5:30.
A day after extending the state of emergency, the Premier now promising a decision over restaurant patios will be made soon. But the date of reopening could depend on where you live. Good evening. The possibility of going out to eat provides...
House calls coming up on today's show. Toronto Humane Society rescued a number of dogs and birds. Welcome back to Animal House Calls. This is a face that is going to melt your heart. We've got... Welcome back to Animal House Calls on CP24 and on Animal Planet. Jane Smith, Just Paws Animal Rescue.
Good evening and welcome to Autoshop. I'm George Logogenis. Joining me this evening, Jeff Gray.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to Autoshop. I'm Anika Elliott. Coming up on tonight's show, parking tickets, traffic tickets. When should you fight them, and when should you actually just pay?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Homepage, your computer and internet show. I'm Amber MacArthur. Coming up on today's show, how your PDA can work the same as your PC.
Hot Property is brought to you by Daniel Ellenberg, Toronto's real estate expert. MonsterMortgage.ca, taking the fear out of financing. And Tridel, built for life.
Hi there, welcome to this week's edition of Hot Property, our interactive real estate show, and the last one for the year 2006. Vince Gaetano from MonsterMortgage.ca will be joining us.
Hot Property, brought to you by Tribute Communities, a better place to live, and by Al Sinclair, list, buy, sell. We make it that easy. And by MonsterMortgage.ca, get the facts the bank won't tell you.
Hi there, welcome to this week's edition of Hot Property, our interactive real estate show on CP24. I'm Ann Romer. So spring is here, and we'll tell you which direction housing sales and prices are heading.
Hi there, welcome back to Hot Property on CP24. Fall is the time when a lot of cottage owners close up for the season. If this is you, Allstate has some tips to help keep your seasonal cottage damage-free.
Welcome back. Strategic voting, choosing the lesser of two evils, even liking a local candidate but hating the leader.
Good evening. I'm TTC Chair Adam Jambroni, and welcome to the premiere edition of On the Rocket, where we're going to be talking transit with commuters. Every month, we'll bring you what's new at the TTC. We'll take your questions, we'll hear your concerns, and you can reach us by phone or by email or right here on the Rocket as we make our way through the city.
Rig up a notch, will ya? Downhill from here, kids. Good afternoon, I'm Tanya Rouse, and welcome to Perfect Fit, where we turn the spotlight on health, fitness, and exercise. Each week we have an expert on hand to answer all of your exercise and nutritional questions that fit with your lifestyle. Good afternoon, I'm Tanya Rouse, and welcome to Perfect Fit. This hour is all about getting you into your best shape, and joining me today to help you do that is Tosca Reno Kennedy and Christopher Simpson.
Good evening. Health authorities have...
Vehicles may or may not have mechanical...
It will be a trial within a trial.
Louise Neimer at the Ontario...
The city does have a bylaw that requires...
I'm Jeff Ansell. Tonight, are aircraft fires just waiting to happen?
On Citytv, Channel 79, Cable 7, this is CityPulse Tonight with Bill Cameron.
The following live program has mature content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Dating. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a secret code that could make the object of your affections immediately adore you? Well, according to these guys, there is. Tonight on Sex Matters, we look into the not-so-secret world of pickup artists, men who teach other men exactly what they need to do to land a date. Plus, we take to the streets to play Truth or Dare. Welcome to Sex Matters. I'm your host, Cynthia Lois. Tonight we're talking all about pickup artists. Men around the world and right here in Toronto pay big bucks to learn how to land a date.
We're going to be talking about auto insurance.
We would just tell you who has the lowest rate.
Thanks for calling. Do you have a question?
We had a very minor accident.
For everybody that does not know what Insurance Hotline is, it's a way to...
Welcome back to The Chief here on CP24. Chief Mark Saunders joins us again to speak about a host of issues, and we've got a caller on the line.
We are back with the Mayor of the City of Toronto, John Tory, and your questions and tweets. Let's just go to Sandy Benita, the queen of tweets. You have one, Sandy.
If you have questions about COVID-19 in Toronto, Mayor Tory has the answers. Call, email, or tweet at CP24. The Mayor.
A 21-year-old man has been shot and killed, and 2 others are injured after a shooting this afternoon near King and Peter.
A live look at our city that has been under a state of emergency due to COVID-19 pandemic. Now, as the businesses and public spaces begin to reopen, the number of cases still mount every day. But the question many people are asking is, when will it end? What will the new normal look like, and what can we expect this summer? It is just about 8:01 and 28 degrees. This is 299. Toronto's breaking news, CP24 from 299 Queen Street West. Hello, I'm Stephanie Smythe, and along with Nick Dixon, we are going to be interviewing Mayor John Tory tonight, taking a lot of your questions for the latest edition of The Mayor right here on CP24.
Joining us now with some gadgets to keep you entertained this long weekend, wherever you are, is Winston C. from Winston C.
Good evening. Welcome to Wylde on Health. I'm homeopathic Dr. Bryce Wylde, and I'm here with a very special guest this evening, Dr. Christopher Sang. And he's the kind of guest that does not believe in filling your teeth with very unusual kinds of fillings. Welcome to Wylde on Health, your weekly holistic prescription for living healthy naturally. With all the celebs in town for TIFF, we did a bit of research so we could share with you some of the beauty and health secrets of the star.
News headlines, weather, financial figures, traffic, even the time and date, all on one easy-to-use screen.
CablePulse 24, covering the stories that affect you personally.
Keeping an eye on your family's health.
Making your money work harder. Watching your kids' education.
And when the news breaks, we stick with the story until you get the whole picture.
Live, local, late-breaking, CablePulse 24.